Hey guys, Rich from Over the Fender Garage. Well, I got the valance and back bumper started. All came out pretty good. A lot of body work is done. Shaping up pretty nicely. Starting to look pretty good. There's the front bumper here. But I did not get a spot over here. Ran out of time, so I stopped right there and kind of been under the weather to do any more for the last week. So I don't feel like doing any dust work or any smelly fiberglass. So to get back in the swing of things, I am going to yank this rear end out of here so I can get all the brackets over onto the new rear end that showed up while I was sick. So we'll get this one all cleaned up and get all the brackets and stuff welded onto it. So get that sucker out of there and get this one mounted up. All right, let's see. Get this one out of here. Let's see. Alrighty, let's see. That one out of there. And hopefully this will come up pretty easy. See how good my tack welds were. Stopped way, nobody gets hurt when it falls. If it does. Oh, let's see here. Oh, God. All right, I've got my rear end all set up here. I got little brackets I made to hold this thing. So So when I put these kits on, it's what I use. Because my table's aluminum, so I can't just weld it to the table. So I made little stands here. And I have my pinion set. It says at 0 to 2 degrees down. So I have my gauge on here. It's set, right now it's set at 2 degrees down. So everything's ready. And then I have my tool on the front here. This is my centering tool. This mark right here is the center of the axle on both sides. And measure out from there to get the location of the brackets on either side, like that. This one here is going to be on this, so I'm going to have to open this bracket up to go on this area. I'm going to have to fill the vent and move it over as it falls in that spot. So I wanted the stronger rear end instead of the welded on axles. It's got the pressed in and welded. So a little extra work on this. Other than that, everything else is good. So I've taken and measured out. This is where all my brackets go. There's 19 and 7/8 and 12 and 9/16. So they're falling just about where they're supposed to. I think they're both, I think they're 1/8 inch off from what their measurements are. So that's within tolerance. This one here, this is 11 and 1/8. And this one is at 18 and 5/8. And they tell you to the center line of the bracket instead of telling you the outside or the inside of the bracket. So if I measure this way, it is 1 1/4 inches. And these are 2 3/8. So basically it's about 1/8 of an inch off. So that's not bad for a kit that's not supposed to work on a leaf spring truck. That's good. It's good enough for me. Because my measurements, this little line right here, you won't be able to see that one, but there's a line there. I'm going to put my lines on everything from my measurement. And from the inside of the bracket to the inside of the bracket on the frame is 37 and 1/8 and 22 and 1/4. So they're pretty damn close. So next thing I'm going to do, I have to weld this shut. So I'm going to weld that one shut, and then I'm going to start getting ready to put some brackets on this, and I'll do this bracket last. So we got to do a lot of opening on that to get that in there. And then I'll have to probably grind a tiny bit of this off there to get that little bit of clearance in there. But we'll get the other 3 brackets on there. Should be able to get the track bar on there and then do this one. We should be good to go. Should be able to put it back up. All right, I'm gonna put this bracket on first. And because I cut them, when I did cut them, I marked them all. So I have the same number, same corresponding, so I can put those back on. So, do here. All right, now, got this all ready. Stick that on there, and grab some 2x4s. Stick them under this like that. And then hold it up tight to the rear end. So put these back on there. Come on. There you go. All right. Now, just want a pair of vice grips just to hold it so it doesn't go get in the way. Kick on here. Like that. Alright. I can tack weld that one together. Alright, now I'll put a quick tack on that. That'll hold that bracket. Like that. Alright, now, back side here. Alright, put back together now. Straighten them out, bent a little bit. Won't be perfect in there. Alright, there's that one. And, see, now I can move it. It's still tight. So when I set it, it'll stay in the right spot. So check this. That's still in the right spot too. So this here is supposed to go back side. This flat part right here is supposed to go vertical. So move this down. That. This is this. Let's check my things over. Come on, stay. Yep. Let me tighten those. Now we should stay. Good. Right, now this goes vertical. It should be right there. Perfect. Take a piece of wood and stick some shims under there so it can't move. Just like that, and now I have my mark over here. I have my mark right there, so all I gotta do is tap this over to that mark and then double check it from my pinion tool, my housing tool. Alright. There. That's still at 90. Tape measure. Alright, now I've got this one pretty much positioned. I'm not going to weld it yet. I'm going to jump over and I'm going to put this one on, same way. Put the 2 bands on it, get it stuck up in there, and then check the measurement again before I final weld it. And then I'll go ahead and tack weld it on there. And those 2 will be ready to go for welding. So, let's get this one on there. Another block of wood though. There we go. Okay. That one. All right, here's that one. And this is number 6. There. That one. That one. Five. All right. That out a little bit. All right, now get this one over here. Reset this one here. Okay, now this one here is set at 90, perfect, right there. Now measure across inside of that one, inside of that one, that's 37 1/4, and my paperwork says 37 1/8. So I am off a tiny bit. This one here is at 18 9/16, so I gotta come over a tiny bit. It's 18 5/8. This one over here, 18 9/16, so 37 and a quarter, a little bit less. Maybe just a bit. Yeah, that one went too far. This one here. That here, 37 and a quarter. All right, that's good. Double check this, make sure. It's still at 0 to 2, so it's still at 2. That back on there, it's at 90. So now I can tack this on here. I'll put the tack on there so it don't move on me. Here, same thing. That's it. All right, those two are tacked on there now, so that's good. And I always tack them. I tack them where I can move them if I have to, just in case I make a mistake. Get everything else on here, and then we'll final weld everything. Try not to put too much heat into the housing because I don't want anything to warp. But those two are on there. So now we'll do one on this side, and probably the Trek bar, and then do this one. So, it sucks doing this under the weather, but gotta get some stuff going again. Lost too much time being sick. But it's all right. It's a pretty simple job. All right, let's get this bracket on here. All right, let's get this one. In here. This is number 3. All right, stay. there's that one. All right, now the front side of this bracket, this goes vertical. So stick this back on here this way. Bring this one around to 90. That. Check this again. That's still at 2 degrees. So this goes same. Alright. This side here is still the same. Alright. Now this one here. So 11 1/4 right there. Good. Now this one I'm going to go ahead and tack it before I do this one, because I got to open this one up on one side. So I'm just going to go ahead and tack this one so it's set, and if I have to move it I can just grind a little weld off. So I'm not chasing the same thing. Alright, just like that should be good. Now, fun part. Alright, I'll take my calipers here, measure this out. It's about 3.4, basically 3.5 inches. So I have to take almost 1/4 inch off around the circle here to get that to fit down on it. And make sure we got the right side, which that is. Go mark this side. And now get the cut that much out of it. Get that down on there, and then I got to fill the hole there. So I'll fill that hole first. Don't forget. No more breather. So I should be able to just jump it up a tiny bit right here. So it should be a good spot. We're jumping onto the other side of the axle tube. Over on the passenger side. We'll see. But that gets that out of the way. Don't forget it. But now let's open up that bracket and get that bracket stuck on there. everything now is put on rear end. These two brackets, this front face goes vertical on both of those two. That's the back side of this one goes vertical. So that's done. This is still vertical, so everything's good. I measured off my center line of my rear end. So everything's good, everything's tacked. And let's see, this is you see that one, how I had to grind out around the housing to make it work. But it's in there now. And this has been leveled. My little gauge here. So it's sitting perfectly level with all the rest of it. So that is all good. And then it's vertical this way. So all these are ready to be welded in. So now I'm going to go ahead and weld all this stuff on. And then the last little thing to put on is the track bar that goes on this side. But first we got to weld on the brackets and then put that piece on. And this will be ready to go back in the truck. And I can actually see where it really sits like. So let's buzz all these on. All right, there are all brackets, track bar, everything is welded on, all ready to go. It's cooling off now. Woo, that one's a little warm. But for the most part, that's why you jump around welding it, so you keep the heat spread out on it so you don't warp the housing. But here in a few minutes, it'll be cool enough that I can take and go throw this back underneath the truck. And that'll be nice to see it sitting on its real suspension. So, let me knock that out there. All right, let's get this mounted back up in here and get the upper. Get this way. Come on. Come on this way. Do. Uppity. Alignment tool. Come on, stay up there. Come on. There you go. Work better. And then the other arm. Lower. I forgot my tapper too. Oh, this is going to look much, much better now. Man, nice rear end in here. Oops. Come on. No, I should have loosened the end here so I can twist it. Oh, goodness. It'll stay. Let me get the other side. And I've got the screw side up. All right, we should go in there. Like that. A couple bolts. That one. And this one. I got that one in the bottom hole. Like that. All right, now this will straighten that swivel out. There we go. These bars have a swivel. This swivels so it never binds up. Where normal 4-link, it's just a stiff bar. This one will actually swivel in this joint here. It's a pretty cool system. It goes together a lot easier when you grease it, but I'm not greasing it since it's got to come out to be painted. I don't want that grease all over everything. Okay. Okay. Go back to the other side. The other one's in. Up. 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 Let me see. Twist here. Back this way and see it. All right. Okay, one more. Go. All right, can't reach it. Everybody else is in. This one here. Hi. Oh, I can't see you. Where are you? Okay, there is that. Now, I'll take the, oh, I gotta cut that one spacer off there still. From the old rear end. I'm gonna cut that one off there. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, actually, I don't even think I have to cut it off. I think it'll break off. Yay. All right. There it is. Yeah. All right, good. Everything else is good. Once we get the swivels all swiveled the same spot, that'll slide in its hole. Got clearance above that one, which is good. So everything is good to go. That is my swivels off there. So if I move it this way a little bit, get these. That one. Well, this one are in. Jack it up like so. See how high it'll go. Like this. Oh, I'm out of jack. Ain't that a bitch? I've got quite a bit of room left there. I got about 1.25 inches above that, maybe that. See, it's pretty close. Get the track arm on there. Well, there it is. That sits in there really nice. It is sitting with the weight on the axle now. I don't have the front wheels with the weight on them yet. They got a little bit of bumper work to do, so I don't want to drop it down on the ground and then have to jack it back up. But that is sitting where there is weight on it. It all looks great under here. So, when I see there's no reason why this does not fit this truck, because there it is. It's all fit in. To say the only thing that is missing is that bar, and I'll make that one when I get this bed back off. I'll get the exhaust back up and do this one up. But other than that, it fits in here beautiful. Glad I went and did that, because that is a sweet suspension. But I don't know what to say. All worked out really, really good. Okay. And that is the rear end from axle flange to axle flange was 62. I went ahead and I bought a 61. So I have a 1/2 inch more tire room to the outside. I figured that would be a good little squeeze in there. Give me a 1 inch narrower, so I can keep away from my wheel wells on the inside. But everything worked out great. There's no reason why this won't fit in a leaf spring truck. So take your time. You can do it. It'll all fit. Fits up in there beautiful. Exhaust system will go right through this little itty bitty hole right here. I was kind of worried about doing exhaust system without having the correct rear end, because you see how big these flanges are. But it'll fit through there. It'll be right there. You may touch every now and then, but that's not a big deal. I ain't worried about that. But I like it. I think it worked out great. Can't wait to see it sitting on the ground. That'd be awesome. But hopefully tomorrow I feel better and I get back on these bumpers. But I just get that knocked out. The weather's going to start to change here pretty soon. So, I like it. All right, on to the next project.